Hey, so I'm recording. Okay, so it is month end, February 2020, and I am Hilary Griffin, and I've decided to do a little bit of my work on a video recording really quick, just because something that I've recognized that can hold me back, and you may wrestle with this some too, is that sometimes we want to do things, and then we think, oh, we have to be super prepared, we have to plan it all out, all the things, and we don't take action. And so instead of waiting until I have the perfect way of doing this, I'm just doing this as I work to show you this tip today. So today's focus on what I'm doing, I have my phone screen pulled up, and what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you how I use the Connect app to work smarter and not harder. And I'll show you just a little tip too about where I store the notes on my phone. So on this screen right here, right now, you can see the background of my phone. If you haven't yet, put your dream board as your phone background. Now, maybe your dream board is pictures and all that. For me, I like having a list of things that's like I'm doing weekly, daily, monthly goals that I have with my family, and then goals that I have with this business. So I have that as my little background, okay? So the next thing that I'm going to pull up is I have a folder of everything to do with the business. So first stop is I'm going to open up my Google Keep app. So what I have right here is I actually have all of the notes that I need on my phone. So like this is my messaging. Okay, that's where I save my first and second message that I send people. I have my social content. So that's just kind of like where I have the roadmap for what all of my social content should be representing and showing. Um, I have my training stuff, so training for new distributors. I have all of that, all of my scripts. So right now, coffee is our big thing. We're doing a coffee BOGO. So I have everything saved here that I normally would be sending out, all things coffee. Now, if you were on my team, on Team Radical Legacy, then all of those scripts that are like the basic breakdowns of products and stuff, the all things coffee, all things skincare, all things weight loss, those three are highlighted on our team page in a big way. So you can always go grab that and then save it to whatever notes app that you use on your phone. But what I wanted to go to specifically for right now, we're in a promotional time. And so promotion time means you are sending out a mass amount of messages. You are following up with mass amounts of people, and you need to do it in a way where you're working smarter and not harder. Two of the things that we have going is we have number one, we have a way that people can pre-sell samples. Samples right now at this time, it's a brand new thing for our company. Selling samples in the way that we are using a sampling app and things like that has become such like an amazing thing for us. And so what we're doing is we're telling people who maybe are our potential distributors, if they don't have the money to sign up, there is a way that they can pre-sell their samples to join. If you don't know more about this yet, ask your upline, ask somebody on our team. I'm sure there is something somewhere that somebody can send you, or even I can send you this script because I'm not the one that made it. Okay, so my friend Megan, my sideline sister, she's the one that made this. So here's the tip, the biggest tip that I can tell you for starting to get organized and being self-sufficient in your business. You don't want to always have to hunt for every little script, every little thing. So that's why I'm pulling up Google Keep. It's super easy to use. And I have everything that's like a big thing for me. It's all color coordinated, right? I can save things like links and all of that. So say like in my LC retention, I have links saved to where they're all down here at the bottom. I can use any of those, and it's like links to videos and trainings and all that. Super easy to get to. But the point of this is what I want to say is that for the pre-sale to join, for that little tip about people joining the business and pre-selling samples to make quick cash, I'm not going to go into how to do all of that because that's like a different topic for a different day. Just know it's a doable thing. I didn't come up with this script, but I saw somebody share it in our team chat. So I held down on it in the chat and I save that script. And even if I don't think I'm going to use it instantly, instead of having to go dig through the chat or dig through a team page, I just go to my notes app really quick and I just save it and I title it really fast. Now, is it something that I may want to add into a training that goes up here or something later on? Sure, but right now, sorry, I scrolled down too far. But right now, it's really not that kind of thing for me, okay? So it's just right there for right now. BOGO. BOGO is a time-sensitive thing. I'm not going to go create my own script. Kristen already made a script. Okay, Kristen is another sideline sister. If you don't know her yet, she is a presidential sideline. Okay, so she knows what she's doing when it comes to BOGOs and promotions. So she posted a script on one of our team pages. I saved that really quick, copied it. I went and pasted it to my notes immediately. That is how you're working smarter, not harder, because now I don't have to go dig through a chat or a team page to find these two things that I really need to know right now because they're time sensitive. Okay, so here's what I do. So right now, I'm working on some follow-ups, okay? So I just showed you, here's where all of my scripts are. All of my scripts are in this app, okay? So I'm gonna open this up and I have a bunch of potentials that I need to message. So I'm copying this message. This is the one that Kristen posted for us to use to send to our potentials. So now I have that copied. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna open up the ItWorks Connect app. Okay, so I have that copied and we're gonna pause. Sorry, it always does that. Anyways, we're gonna pause for just a second before I send the messages because I'm gonna show you just a couple tips about Connect and then I'm gonna show you how I send the message. So you are going to, sorry, I'm like talking loud, I feel like, and I'm like, oh, anyway, okay. So what you do is you're gonna click the little people at the bottom. You're gonna open that up. Now, say you don't have these lists created yet. So what I have here is I got really organized last night. Now, like I said at the beginning of this little video, I do not have everything perfect exactly how I want it yet. So I haven't moved inactive DTs or inactive LCs. I haven't like organized all that yet, okay? And I don't even have all of my old potentials in this yet. I have my new potentials for different things. I'm still loading people into stuff, but like this is what we're at right now. And so I'm just showing you guys as I go, show up imperfect, keep making a mess as you go, and like it's all gonna work out. So if you have never added somebody in, I'm gonna act like I'm adding my husband in just to like show you guys how this works. So first of all, you can tap this little plus sign and you can say make a connection that's sending a one message to one contact that's already in your Connect app. So you can do it like that. You can create a new group or you can create a new contact. I'm going to show you just really quick. I'm going to like go through it like that on how to do the group, contact, and then send a message. Okay, so here we go. So new group, it's going to be test group. Okay, so I created a new group. There you go. In this group, I'm going to tap on that, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign again, and I'm going to add a new contact. Okay, so the contact's name is Hilary Griffin. That's my husband. Y'all are about to see his phone number, but it's fine. Hold on. 760-362. Okay, so y'all see his number. Do not text my husband. I will get you. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. But anyways, don't text him though. Okay, so I have that there. I don't really need to do his email because I rarely do email with anybody. But one thing specifically I want to show you is that because I have his first and last name in, and my Facebook is connected to my Connect app, when I hit the search symbol, it's going to connect directly to my Facebook, and then it takes it just a second, and it finds on my Facebook list, my friends list, it finds that first and last name. So then it says, do you want to use this profile? And I say, okay. So now he is connected, his Facebook account is connected here as a social contact. So using the Connect app, you can send emails, you can send text messages, and you can also send messages through what's it called? Through Facebook, okay? Now, Instagram and stuff is on here. Like, you can just tap that to say, like, profile type. I know the wording may be a little bit different on iPhone, but you guys should be able to tell, like, what I'm clicking on through here. I have Android, so just heads up on that. WhatsApp and Facebook, I know are working currently to send messages through. Instagram and Twitter are not yet connected in that way, but with them listed here, I'm sure that they will be sometime soon. That's like my prayer. It'll make follow-ups so much easier. Okay, so you have added your new contact in. You can add notes like Skinny Brew BOGO. So I'm saving his contact because maybe I ran into him at the store. Maybe I talked to this person on Facebook, and now I need to add them into my Connect app so I know that I can set up a follow-up and I can set up reminders to touch base with this person. So because of the stuff that we're talking about now, it's most likely going to go out to the people just time-wise right now with the BOGO and with using up the rest of your DT codes. That's time-sensitive stuff. So you should already be messaging your current potentials or your current customers about those topics. But this is just showing you how you add somebody in, okay? So maybe you have a whole list of potentials written down somewhere, or like, you know, in a planner, on a list, something like that. You can go put them in the Connect app like this, okay? So you add them in. So like I said, you don't have to have their phone number. If you are working off your Facebook list, like say you're doing Facebook Haps and a bunch of people commented on a Facebook Hap, and they're interested in the BOGO, or they're interested in, you know, whatever, okay? You can go add that person in because they're interested. They are now a potential. For me personally, I split my potentials up. So we're backing out of it just a little bit. I have my 2020 PDTs, and then I have 2020 PLCs. I keep them all in one thing because, as I was showing you with series, I could say in the notes there at the bottom what they're last interested in. So I don't want to have so many lists in there that it's overwhelming for me. So what I do is I have it set up to where it's just one master list of everybody that I've talked to about becoming a distributor, or everybody that I've talked to about becoming a customer. If they're a potential for either one, that's what separates them. Otherwise, they're just in one big list. If I had a list for coffee, and what if I could send them a new product that's launched that they would be interested in, but I had them on a coffee list, and now I'm going to miss them because I had them categorized in something that maybe would make them miss out in the new product that's launched or the new BOGO that comes out. So say right now, if somebody was on a list for just skincare and I'm only following up with my coffee potentials, what if somebody who was interested in skincare 2 months ago would be interested in the BOGO right now? I would miss them if I had it too split up. So that's just my own version of how I do that. I know other people work it different. This is how it's simple for me. I'm like, make it as simple as possible. That way you can duplicate this with your team. That's the point of growth, right? Okay, so you have your contact set up. So what you're going to do is say in this test group, so say there's multiple people here, okay? I'm going to send, sorry, that's adding people to the group. Okay. Sorry, I'm backing out of things again, because I want to show you. So from just this list, you open up, so you have hit the people thing. So you hit that, and then you hit plus, and then you say, make a connection. And then what you can do is you can go right down here to the bottom, and it pulls up different scripts. Now I have a $69 kit script that is my written script. You can create your own scripts. I have my own DT follow-up scripts for training. So like sending my stuff to my people that are new for me. So I do encourage you to do that. And I'm going to show you at the end of the video how to do that part of everything. Okay. But just for time's sake and stuff right now, just know there are corporate scripts on here. You can create some of your own. You can choose whatever you want. What I'm going to do is I'm creating a new script right now. And it is that script I just copy and pasted. Okay, I'm titling it Coffee BOGO, and I'm tagging it with coffee just in case in the future I want to search it again. And then BOGO is just the subject or whatever. It only asks for that because email is an option, okay? So now I've created this. So now I have to choose who I'm sending this script to. So technically, I'm going to send it to just series right now, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I could send it to my potentials from 2019 and 2020. Now, again, I don't have everybody loaded in the Connect app, so do not judge my numbers. But anyway, so it's just a message for potentials, okay? So what you do is you choose everybody that you're sending it to. Then you're going to hit send. It's going to ask you where you want to send them to. Well, guess what? My biggest amount of people, definitely for customers, for me personally, comes from Facebook. If they're not yet a customer, then I most likely don't have their number yet. I am getting better about asking for their number, but sometimes the conversation just isn't going in that direction, so it's kind of awkward to ask. So I just put in their Facebook information. So when I do that, I have everybody on here, and it's going to be able to send a message via Facebook. Now, Zeres is down here at the bottom, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to back out of everything, and I'm going to show you what sending the message looks like, just because I don't want to do all this right now and get my phone blowing up like crazy while I'm on here with y'all. Okay, so it thinks that I did whatever, but I really didn't. So we're just going to just the test group. I'm choosing Zeres. I am sending him a message, just like I told y'all. I'm going to add this script that I just created, Coffee BOGO. Okay, so I am going to tell him on this too. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. This is hitting a bunch of buttons, y'all. Sorry. This is a test. Don't respond. Okay. So it's not like weird. Okay. So I'm going to hit send. And it pulled up, well, it pulled up his phone number because I don't think I chose his Facebook. But anyways, so there it goes. It sends, bam, message sent. Okay. If I just hit the back button a couple times, then let's see. Okay. So I hit the texting symbol or whatever on that. But if, say, I want to do it through Facebook, I just click the Facebook icon. I put the same message in there, so you could either copy paste it if it's just like an individual message to one person, but I always say make a script. That way it's just saved on the app, and then you don't have to keep going back and forth through where you have your stuff stored at on like Google Keep or Notes app. It's all stored in your, in your little library here of scripts. So chose that script, hit send. Now here's what it looks like when you're going to message on Facebook. Okay, so it shows this. I say, got it. It pulls it up. It lets me copy paste, and I send. Okay, so he knows to ignore that. But so that's what it looks like on Facebook. Okay, so that just shows you guys how quickly and easily you can be sending scripts. Like I said, there's scripts for pretty much everything. What I encourage you to do, I teach my team this. Excuse me. And if you haven't heard it yet, it's just because I haven't had a chance to say it to you yet. But there are two separate ways to work your business. You are either open for the day. You have, so you're open, your store is open. And then there's the time that your store isn't necessarily closed, possibly. Like, it's okay if somebody walks up, but you're doing the back of house stuff. So front of house is talking to people, having conversations, posting, messaging, doing the things. Back of house is charting. It's organizing your Connect app. It's making sure that you've updated your potentials list. It's like doing all of that stuff, okay? So what I would encourage you to do is that maybe, when you send too many messages at once, you get blocked on things. When you follow too many people at once, you get blocked on things. If you're doing it through social media, So what you want to do is you kind of want to split up that time. So if this wouldn't be an overwhelming thing for you to do, you can split it up. Split up. So send 10 messages, go copy and paste and create some scripts from what you just sent other people. Start saving your own scripts that sound like you, not just the corporate scripts, into that scripts area by you just go in and you create a script. Okay. So that's one of the first things that you can do. Next thing that you can do is, again, click on the people thing and start creating your groups and getting organized with that. Okay. So that's what I stayed up last night doing. And it's nice. Okay. It just makes things easier. And so as I go, I'm just doing more and more of getting more things on the Connect app. And here is a really big reason why. So I have, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I'm going to. So on my scripts, I have created scripts that are mine. Okay, that they sound like me, they look like me, all of it, right? So I have the way that I launch my distributors. Corporate has a way to launch distributors. Everybody has a way to do it. I didn't really recreate the wheel, but I did want, when I tell them what step they're taking next, I want it to sound like me. I don't want it to sound like it's corporate, because it is me. I'm the one coaching them. I'm the one leading them. So I went in and I created this whole like little DT system thing. But to keep things short on that part, these 4 messages right here, I have a normal follow-up to a PLC, so this, and then a second follow-up to a PLC. I'm hoping, so here's what I do too when I do follow-ups. I send, so then I have 1, 2 for PDTs, okay? So potential distributors, potential customers. I am engaging with their content on social media. I am swiping up on their stories. I am doing a bunch of different things to trickle in, following up. I'm not only sending these 2 messages, but these are 2 messages that I refuse to miss. So what I mean by that is go back to your potential. Okay, so Zeres is my potential. So here is something that I can do with him. If I hit view calendar and say I talked to him today and he tells me he's going to get back to me this evening and I don't hear from him, or I know I'm going to get busy this evening, but I don't want to forget about this conversation because it was going really well. He's really into the coffee and he's thinking about selling it. I do not want to miss this person. So what I do is for tomorrow, I go and I add follow-up. What do I want to follow up with? I hit add and I go down, and he's really interested in selling. So I'm going to choose PDT1. This is my personal one. There are follow-ups for different topics already there. Again, there's already stuff there. Don't stress about coming up with your own stuff if you don't have it yet. If you do have it saved in the notes on your phone, throw it in. It takes 2 seconds. You guys just saw it to create a script, okay? So I'm going to say, here's my little follow-up for a potential distributor, okay? I'm going to select that one. And I'm going to add a reminder. So I'm going to say, if I haven't heard from him by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, I need to send this message. Simple as that, y'all. So now on tomorrow, that little dot means that I have a follow-up scheduled. So what does that look like on your main screen? When you go back to your main screen, you click follow-ups. These are your different follow-ups that you have going on. When I go down, which, well, it's not updated yet, y'all. Maybe because it's not a follow-up for today. It'll be on there tomorrow. Anyways, it will pop up in that area where you have your follow-ups. It's going to say other follow-ups, and it'll be under that custom thing. And so it'll say his name because it's a follow-up for that day. These are 2 people that I made it for last night just to test it out and see how I liked it, and I really like it. So there's that. So you can set up your custom follow-up for potential people. So maybe you don't have time to do that whenever you're talking to them, but you save them, you write them down, you do whatever process works normally for you. And then at the end of the night, maybe it's 11 p.m. and you never get good responses after 11 anyway. People don't want to dig out their card at 11, whatever. Okay, that's kind of like my little rule is like by 11 p.m. I'm going through and I'm going over my chart and I'm adding people from my potentials list. Like I'm loading my potentials list to talk to them the next day. I'm writing down everybody who I added to my network that day so I know to intentionally go send a hello message to them, go engage with their content that following day because they're a new follower, they're a new friend on Facebook, whatever. So I go and do that stuff at like 11 o'clock every night. Maybe it looks different for you, but that's just what works for me. So anyway, so when I add them in, so he's added in. So now he has that follow-up, and I know when it comes to products, a note was, the skinny brew thing. Okay. So that's how you set up an individual follow-up whenever somebody's added into your system. The nice little nugget there is that they let you send samples. Like you just click that and it will take you to the sampling app. So you really can be putting everybody in through Connect, and then it'll transfer over to sample if there's somebody who decides they only want to sample. Okay. So last thing when it comes to your custom scripts. So that is how I use my custom potential scripts. There are two more things that are super important. One of them, I stick with what corporate sends because it is way better than what I could come up with. And it's way more messages than I have time to create on my own. And that is our loyal customer retention. Retention is super important. So right now you're pushing, and that's amazing. And you're assigning people, and that's amazing. But if you don't have a launching system in place when it comes to your customers and like your customers and your teammates, that's where things fall through the cracks. So everybody launches distributors a little bit the same and a little bit different. So I'm not going to dig into like all of that, but I am going to show you two things that are super important with how you should do your stuff. Okay. When it comes to the Connect app. So right now, here's where I'm at with different stuff. Okay. And I'm being like super vulnerable to show y'all like all of that, but it's whatever. So here we go. So transparency is fine. Okay, so when you go to manage follow-ups, click manage follow-ups. So schedule follow-ups. You want to make sure that's turned on. I just scheduled an individual follow-up, but here's the way that you schedule it on an automated system. That means you are now following up with your newbies and your your customers and your newbies are being followed up with for as long as you want to on an automated system. That means your phone will pop up and remind you. So you can be deep in with potentials and never forget to check in with your newbie and to check in with your customers, because the worst thing you can do is lose a customer because you never followed up with them to make sure they were even using it right. Okay. Well, once I figured that out, that's honestly carried me over when I wasn't doing the work that I should have been doing. This is what carried me over, was taking care of who I had when it comes to customers. So open up loyal customers. This is all preloaded, and it is 7 months worth of following up with your customers. This is preloaded, already there. So how does this work? When you enroll a customer in eSuite or they enroll themselves through your website, once they become your customer, they are automatically added into the loyal. I'm going to back out of it just really quick just to show y'all. And then I'll come right back to this. But on your people list, they are under loyal customers. All of them are there. Okay. They all get added in. That's automatic. You don't have to add those people in. Okay. So they're added in and they are set on a follow-up system that is pre-scheduled. So here's what will happen. Day 1, after they've ordered, there's going to be a script there. Day 2, after ordering. Day 3, day 4, day 12. My recommendation, stick with what corporate says when it comes to customer retention. Customize the distributor side because that's you as a coach and they signed on with you. So that's what I recommend with that. But customers, stick with what corporate says. That's what I say. Okay. So you have your first month, your second month, like you have so much here. Third month, you guys are getting the gist. Okay. By the last month, by the 7th month, it brings up that, they could do a little challenge and things like that. Now, by the end of the 3rd month, sorry, I'm checking something really quick. Nope, it's the end of the 4th month. By then, okay, so you're reminding them about their auto shipment, but there's going to be a point. I just got to find where it is. Okay, sorry. I'm not going to keep digging, but there is a message in here that brings up, if you're loving this, you should totally consider becoming a distributor. So like that kind of message is already in there and it's worded perfect. The only thing I would say is that, yes, if you want to edit one, you can. So say you want to edit this script, you would just hit change script. You would create a script and do all of that. I just don't recommend doing that for customers, okay? Definitely, if you haven't been retaining so far, use what corporate already put in place until you get good at retaining and then edit things. So it walks you through 7 months of good, excellent customer service. This will change your business. So do this. If you're a newbie, awesome. You're going to start with great habits. Those of us who didn't start using this whenever we first joined, we have to learn some of these habits to have a better business. But if you're a newbie and you're seeing this for the first time, you're welcome, because this is seriously going to be so good for your business. Okay. So next thing is distributors. So for me personally, I have 2 months of follow-ups. Beyond those 2 months, like we're talking regular, and honestly, 2nd month is just a quick thing. So I break down my stuff different. I go through 37 days of launching, and then the second half of their first 90 days with me, we're pushing towards diamond. So by this point, we have covered the basics of everything. And that's what that looks like on that first month. This is us covering the basics. And I customized all of that stuff for distributors just because that's how I launch my distributors. If you don't know how to launch a new distributor, get with your upline and see how they do it. That's my number one thing. If for any reason there isn't a system in place, then yes, you can use what's already there with corporate, but I definitely recommend get with your upline and see what they have for you, because I'm sure they will teach you something. Okay, so that is pretty much it, y'all. So that's how I do. That's how I use the Connect app. And I kind of like this little thing where it's like you can view your streaks, because once I start like really using Connect app more, like I said, I have not got this all, like I'm just now getting it set up. I'm just now doing the things, but I really feel like having automation when it comes to your loyal customers and distributors, that is gold. So make sure that you have that system done. You have everything done with that. So you have good, like you're coaching well, you're leading well, and then you have great customer service. So there you go with that. The next thing is work smarter, not harder. When it comes to, you see somebody share a script, save it instantly to the notes on your phone. And then later on, when you have time, go copy it over to the scripts on your app. Okay. So yeah, there are so many other, there are a lot of other, which I can always like link it. If I post this to a team page somewhere, I can link a good training. But here's the deal. There are trainings right here for the Connect app. But the things that that I was showing you guys today are not really the basics of the Connect app. It's more like, here's how to customize the Connect app to work for you. That's what I was sharing with you today. This is how you work smarter, not harder, like in these different ways. Here's how to customize this whole office that you have on your phone. But the basics of even how to do like the basic of the basic things, go to using the Connect app, and there you go. You have everything. Now the thing is that it shows you using pre-written scripts. Like it shows you all that stuff, but I never knew until I dug into the app that you could customize the automated scripts. So that was a game changer for me. And then using the calendar for those follow-ups, like creating the custom follow-up, I hadn't done that before. Okay. So I just went in and found it. But this is so easy, y'all.
And see how we can create a follow.
So easy. So there's so much stuff within the Connect app already. You are definitely going to see all the announcements that you need to see here. So if you're ever like, oh, they said it in the chat and I missed it, all of the details that you need are in your Connect app. So go to your Connect app. If you haven't found a script, if nobody made a script yet and you don't know what to say, go to the Connect app and you can see like, oh, right here, how can I word people joining? Tap there to get my code. Like I can find my code through the Connect app. There's just so much there. There's so much gold there. And so sometimes we waste time that we could be doing work by digging through things and trying to, sorry, I'm like trying to close out stuff. Anyway, sorry. But we like dig through things where if we just looked where it's already given to us, then it would just be so much faster. Okay. So yeah, so that's my little tips for everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nope. That's it. So there's the Connect app. This is how you work smarter, not harder. You can always, if you're overwhelmed by the Connect app, take your time with it. But the biggest thing I can tell you, when people share scripts or when your leader sends you a script, be saving that stuff to your phone. If you take away anything from what I've told you today, start there. That's why I showed it to you first. Start with having some type of app on your phone for notes on your phone and save everything. Save everything. And eventually too, if anybody who watches this knows how to do text replacement, I personally can't do text replacement because I have Android right now. Where could I play around with this at? But I'm just going to show you guys really quick what it looks like on an Android. But you can do text replacement on iPhones really easy. So if anybody ever wants to do that, do it and share it. You can share it in the comment section of this whenever it's posted, or you can just do an individual post and really go deep into all that. But text replacement just means that you're not having to go to a separate notes app and copy paste. You already have it as a little predictive text type of thing on your phone. So for me, I have to hit this and then I hit this and I go through all these little steps. So I'm just going to like make one really fast. So I have to go to dictionary from my keyboard, personal dictionary, English. I don't have any yet, so I'm just making up one. So I hit plus, and then I'm going to write out my little text replacement here. This tip is not mine. This is passed down from top leaders from above, okay? But there was something shared about how you can do commenting. So for your engagement on people's posts, you can do just random comments. So maybe you're like, this, now hold on. This sounds like me, okay? So just know that. So I need to do some engagement after I'm done with this video. So that's why I'm making this really quick and then I'm done. So I'm going to say, oh girl, work it, because that's how I talk. That outfit is so cute on you. So my keyword, my shortcut word. So this is how I'm saving this. So my shortcut word is outfit. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how this would work. So I've got it saved there now. So now I'm going to go to my Instagram and we're just gonna comment on hers. I'm gonna type in outfit, and look at that. Bam, bam. I have done some engagement. Boom! This blew my mind, and I'm super jealous of people who have iPhones because probably for the first time, I am seeing something on iPhone that I'm like, dang it. Because here's the thing for Android people, if you did not know, you are limited on your character count for text replacement. So you can do text replacement, but it will only allow you to do so many characters. So for me, my messages that I send and stuff, I'm not able to do text replacement for a full on message. But if you don't know how to do text replacement and you can't find a training, if you just go to YouTube and type in iPhone text replacement, you will see a ton. But if you have Android, you're welcome. There's your tutorial on it. So you guys, that is how you work smarter, not harder, and run your business. Okay. So thank you for watching. Let me know if this was helpful. I plan on just sharing these little nuggets like here and there as I'm able. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys. And let's go kill the rest of this month. Bye.